This is something we've been focused on digital currencies for, a couple decades. This is something we've been focused on digital currencies for, a couple decades.
21st century, we may see the emergence of a new massive class of useless people. People who have absolutely no economic value.
Uber, Bitcoin, self-driving cars. Combine those three together, and you have the self-owning taxi. A car that is a corporation that owns itself, pays for the car lease, the car insurance, and the gasoline from the revenues it makes, giving passengers a ride, and there's not a single human involved in that matter.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe. If you do like what you're listening to, please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books, Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. The New World Order book is going to show you how the world works. It is definitely time to wake up out of your sleep in the times that we're in right now. Plus, guys, we know we're waiting on that next main event towards the end of the year. We had the first quarter event. Like I told you, that would happen. Don't forget this is Shemitah year. And then also, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's definitely time to re-educate. And also, those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon, much love, keep it coming. Do not forget I have the New World Order cryptos in my Patreon. Do your own research, but going inside of a bear market, you definitely want the cryptos that have real use cases. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores, keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first. And right now, we have Bitcoin and cryptos pulling back after getting a slight pump. We have stocks right now are pumping. The reason why, guys, the only thing you have to do is look at the yield rates. But over in crypto, guys, we have options, and then plus we have futures contracts ending. So we know we're going to have a pullback. But guys, remember, on the weekend, we're the only game in town. So make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. Yield rates, as I stated, they're keeping them down. We're going to see how long they're going to keep these rates down. Remember, at the beginning of last month, we were at about 3.5%. Now the 10-year yield has dropped to about 2.6. That's almost a whole basis point while the Fed has been increasing rates, which is amazing. But guys, we know the manipulation is here. And then also we have volume, with volume also spiked. And then plus, guys, Tether USDC. We know that's how the Fed manipulates the market. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Do not forget to pull the repo, which is still over $2 trillion. Right now it's $2.2 trillion. And then, guys, we have Giancarlo. We know the crypto dad says that the European MiCA bill could export European crypto regulation to the United States before the U.S. get to make their own laws. But guys, remember, when it comes to crypto, there's going to be some type of global regulation. We know the start of ISO is this year. Probably take about 2 years for them to fully roll it out. But the whole point of the fourth industrial revolution is getting rid of this old, outdated system and bringing in digital currencies. The only problem is, guys, it takes away all your privacy. And these stable coins are programmable. We know the blockchain gives the NWO the all CNI. But then on top of it, you have the NWO's agenda, which is bringing in the robots, algorithms, and drones to replace humanity inside the workforce, while the sheep go inside the metaverse. And we see Biden finally gets his Build Back Better bill. They just changed it to the Inflation Reduction Act. And if you have my NWO book, you know how this is done. There's been plenty of regulations. They go in, have it one name, switch the name, and then they push it right on through. We know that this Inflation Reduction Act has nothing to do with inflation. It's not going to reduce inflation. It's all about building a fourth industrial revolution and changing the way that we do energy. All about the climate agenda. But guys, over the next month and a half, we will not receive any rate hikes, which is going to give cryptos and stocks a little breather. And then also, guys, we have Grayscale. Grayscale moved up slightly. Remember, they moved lockstep with the Fed. And make sure you're pulling their allocations. And don't forget, we have futures today: Bitcoin, Micro Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Micro Ethereum. And then, guys, let's get over into a little crypto news. Since we have Ethereum pumping, we had Ethereum Classic, Uniswap, and Matic get a nice pump. Now we have Charles Schwab Asset Management arm launches crypto-linked ETF. And we see all these legacy companies and products being moved over to crypto. Now we have Solana Spaces are now open in New York. And guys, we know this is all about pushing adoption. An educational space dedicated for Web3. And we know how the mind works. If they see it, they will believe it. That's the reason why they have these physical stores that will eventually be in the metaverse. Now we have Santander Brazil to launch crypto trading features in the coming month. And we're going to see banking platforms integrating crypto, and then also crypto platforms integrating stocks. They want to get everything tokenized and put on blockchain, and then we'll have a big consolidation in the space. Now we have Miami partners with Time, MasterCard, and Salesforce to offer NFT collection. And guys, we see that Miami is definitely leading for the fourth industrial revolution the same way New York City. And then lastly, we have marriages and court cases can be held in the metaverse. And guys, we know it's coming. We already know marriage licenses, court documents is already going to be on blockchain. And with all the technology and surveillance, they're going to already know whether you're guilty or innocent. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, if you're new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance, and not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The Crypto Teacher Stock channel, Crypto Teacher Stock, see how your Kobo, your chips out, your banking, your gaming, while everybody's sitting at home getting home stocks, the C word, the biotech stocks, and while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. Powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books there's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the fourth industrial revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.